to build, they are one of the people that you have to get in touch with before you can start your building. All right, so we'll be talking about that. And the first part of that, we are connecting with the Lagos State Public Service Christian Fellowship.
Wow.
Yes, so they're having their end of year outreach. It's all about the Christmas outreach. Christmas is here already.
Yes, yes. So
can you feel it?
It came in.
Yeah.
For you. I'm not feeling it yet, so hopefully
it's too early to be felt now.
But we can see decorations.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
All right.
But you know what I mean, sir. Now,
well, I think I don't know, but I can suspect. Or perhaps I'm thinking of the direction that you are thinking as well. Right, that's going to be the focus. Birthday profile as well. Newspaper headlines will be coming your way. All that and much more on Your Side Mirror this wonderful Tuesday morning.
Don't you think it is better to get the updates fast and undiluted from a trusted and reliable source than to hear it from just any other station? Get the authentic traffic report from Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, moving Lagos forward.
Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. It's a beautiful Tuesday morning. We're so grateful to the all-wheeler for seeing us through another 24 hours. We're back on the road, and I can tell you it's a mixed kind of experience most motorists are having right now. Those of you within the Agege end, especially around the Mongro-Ashade corridor, it's not pleasant at all. You guys ain't smiling. But the good news, traffic managers are there directing and trying to ensure that you have it pretty cool navigating through that corridor. More updates will come from our traffic managers. Big ups to Amure, Salau, and others within the Agege corridor for providing that direction and helping motorists to navigate smoothly. All right, you're welcome to Your Side Mirror this great day. We're ready to roll, and we can tell you today it's going to be a double dose in terms of the conversation, connecting with the Lagos State Public Service Fellowship, that's the Christian Fellowship, and then we'll be talking about what they have in the offing for the end of year outreach, and also on Build Right, my friends will be here to look at the technical issues that relates to building matters. Right now, Akan Hussein, are you very ready for us?
yes, indeed.
Newspaper headlines. He's taking it away right now on Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM.
Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. This is the newspaper headline review. From the Vanguard newspaper, first day in office, Adeleke fires 12,000 workers, puts appointment of 3 Obas on hold. Osun State Governor Ademola Adeleke had a handful yesterday in his first 24 hours in office. He dethroned 3 monarchs, enthroned recently by his predecessor, Adegboyega Oyetola, and suspended the chairman and members of the Osun State Independent Electoral Commission, OCEC, and sacked via executive orders no fewer than 12,000 workers recently employed by Oyetola. You can get that story from the Vanguard newspaper. Still talking the Vanguard, goods worth millions of naira destroyed as fire got shops in Onitsha. Many traders watched in disbelief as men of the Anambra State Fire Service battled to put out the fire that gutted parts of Kano Street near Onitsha Main Market, where goods worth millions of naira were reportedly destroyed yesterday. It was gathered that the fire, which was said to have started at about 2 a.m., raised many perfumes, ladies' wares, cosmetics, and wig shops on Kano Street near Onitsha Main Markets. Find that story from the Vanguard newspaper. Goods worth millions of naira destroyed as fire guts shops in Onitsha. Nigerians robbed of passports in US, Europe, FG. The federal government on Monday warned that Nigerians were being robbed of their valuables, especially passports in the United States of America, USA, and Europe, pointedly naming the United Kingdom, UK. The government, as a result, issued a travel advisory to its citizens traveling to the United States and Europe. The Minister of Information, Alhaji Lai Mohammed, raised the alarm at a news conference in Abuja. Find that story from the Vanguard. Nigerians robbed of passports in US, Europe, FG. UK leads global action to tackle sexual violence in conflict. British Foreign Secretary James Cleverly yesterday announced new support to prevent sexual violence in conflict at an international conference in London. He also launched a new 3-year strategy putting survivors at the center of tackling the crime around the world. You can find all that from the Vanguard newspaper. Let's move to the Punch. Contractor suspends Lagos-Ibadan road construction, resumes January. The contractor in charge of construction works on the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway, Julius Berger, has suspended works on the expressway to enable travelers plying the route to enjoy hassle-free movements to their various destinations in the country for the festive period. The director, Southwest Federal Ministry of Works, Adedamola Kuti, confirmed the development during a telephone conversation with their correspondent on Monday. Contractor suspends Lagos-Ibadan road construction, resumes January. Still talking Punch newspapers, ASU warns of new crisis, seeks intervention. The Academic Staff Union of Universities on Monday warned Nigerians that if the federal government kept withholding their pay, a new crisis in the country's universities will transcend, and it urged interested parties and well-meaning Nigerians to pressure the federal government into paying its members withheld 8 months' salaries across the nation. You're still talking Punch newspapers. No candidate for national award. Nominees fail exam. The Nigerian National Merit Award has stated that the 32 nominees for the Nigerian National Order of Merit 2022 edition were not qualified. The quasi-academic agency said the nominees did not pass the prerequisite exam. Foreign NGOs, fintech firms linked to terrorism financing. The federal government has said that foreign non-governmental organizations, banks, financial technology firms, and point-of-sale terminal operators have been linked to terrorism financing in the country. It identified the affected NGOs to include those operating in terror-prone areas and engage in humanitarian activities, service provision, and faith-based activities. You can find all this from the Punch newspapers. We move to The Guardian. At this time, Nasarawa threatens to ban commercial tricycles and motorcycles. Nasarawa state government has threatened to ban commercial tricycles and motorcycles in the cities over their flagrant violation of sanitation laws. The Commissioner of Environment and Natural Resources, Yakubu Kwanta, stated this while addressing journalists over the monthly sanitation exercise in Lafia at the weekend. Also from The Guardian, over 67,000 PVCs yet to be collected in Kebbi. Kebbi State Independent Electoral Commission, KESIEC, has stated that 67,317 permanent voter cards are yet to be collected in the state, noting that KESIEC gives PVCs out to their rightful owners and not by proxy. Speaking with newsmen in Kebbi yesterday, the resident electoral commissioner, REC, Amadi Mahmood, expressed worry over the non-collection of PVCs in the state. You can find this from the Guardian newspaper. And that does it for the newspaper review this morning. You can connect with us via our social media platforms on Instagram, Lagos Traffic, on Twitter at Lagos Traffic 961, Facebook Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, on YouTube Traffic Radio 961. You can also connect with me at I Can Laugh. That was the newspaper headline review. Thanks for listening.
Ajaleke Aja, enter with your change, Jovia, I'm not willing to I talk my own now.
Oga, come on, may I pass?
Now Aja they go, now Leki they go, enter with your change, I they shout now.
Driver, won't you allow me sit down before you move?
Ajaleke Aja, Oga, you pass some money from the bag here. Oh, who give me 1,000 naira bag? For many people, I will join you people new. Tori Mokpari, I talk my own, say, I don't get change.
Now me get down and they go VI.
If I start now, my finish cannot touch it. Don't it be all this one?
I know you, Oga. Park ma come down, beg.
Driver, beg, park your boss. Make this one not come off my boss, abeg.
Driver, not try amo. It be like say you want me to collect your motor for illegal parking and you go still pay 20,000 naira fine if na your first time. And if you be regular customer, you go pay 30,000 naira fine.
I don't know that one, no, guy. You go gas wait to reach the nearest legal bus stop before I come down.
Conductor, close this door now. You won't make I fall on
I beg, no vex. I want people passenger, no vex.
It be like say you never see the new rules for Lagos as you just they commit offense, they drive, they go. If you leave your door open and them catch you, you go pay 20,000 naira fine if na your first time. And if you be regular customer, you go pay 30,000 naira fine. Apart from this fine where you go pay, you go still do 1 month community service. I dey talk my own no.
Auntie, calm down. Are you there sabi all this thing? Shey they work for government?
I know they work for any government too. Now radio I dey learn all these rules. Now every day I dey listen to Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM.
Okay, me you don't see as they go. Put on for Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. Make we say learn waiting they go.
Looking for a first-class citadel of learning for your children? Your place of choice should be Prudent Schools, located in the Central Business District, Yaba. Advantages include small classes and one-to-one teachers, co-educational day schools only, Montessori and British syllabus, including Checkpoint and IGCSE, plus well-trained teachers. Please call us on or visit our website, Prudence Private School, 20 McNeil Road, Yaba. Prudence City College, 16 Montgomery Road, Yaba. Telephone +234 803 319 2641 or +234 806 282 0239. Email prudenceschools@gmail.com, www.prudenceschools.sch.ng. You'll be specially welcome to where dreams are nurtured and visions are kept.
This information we want here now for you and everybody waiting for the building industry. As a candidation hand with waiting law they relate put onto regulation and registration of construction companies, block molders, and manufacturers of building and civil engineering construction materials. We consign paint, steel, aluminium, nails, and even others, etc. The Lagos State Materials Testing Laboratory, now they call all producers and manufacturers. Where this matter they touch so for body, they make una show face go register with the agency without delay. If you fail to register, you don't go against section 20, subsection 1 of the agency law. And those will be hey, that go chop fine. Plus, even say we go close their office for a period when no reduce from 6 months at all. Oh yeah, nah. You don't go like today for the right side of the law. Make you follow join hands with the Lagos State government. Don't say we built environment, go carry safety for head. For more information, I beg call with free of charge line 080-000-LSMTL or 0705-889-0232. Make you enter with zonal offices for Limosho, Lekki, Ekpe, Badagry, and Ikorodu. We head office at Tandagriba for Public Works Corporation Yard, Ojodu, Beja. We email now likematerialstest@gmail.com or make you enter with website www.lsmtl.lagostate.gov.ng. Igbega Ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó Àjùmọ̀ṣeni na engineer Funsho Elulade, general manager Lagos State Materials Testing Laboratory. They remind you now to rush go register now.
Big protein breakfast. That's the secret to how mom wakes up early, makes breakfast for us, and runs off to work. How daddy works most nights and still gets up early to drop me at school. No matter how busy they are, they're never too tired to play with me. And that's because they never leave home without a big protein breakfast.
Start every day with a peak breakfast enriched with protein to keep you going.
Peak. Reach for your peak.
Oh, what fun it is to win in the Lush Hair Braids to Millions promo!
Christmas came early. Everyone is a winner in the Lush Hair Break to Millions promo. Get free 100 MB MTN data guaranteed on each pack and a chance to win 1 million naira, a car, generator, and other amazing prizes. Simply buy Lush Hair Wow, Ready, Jumbo, or Mega Braids pack. Open the pack flap, scratch for pin, and SMS your unique pin to 38353. Hurry now. Terms and conditions apply. Lush Hair. Be beautiful.
Before now, getting a good HMO that works perfectly for my staff was a hassle. I decided to try Reliance HMO. I registered all 100 staff in 5 minutes. I have access to 24 hours responsive helpline and an account manager that helps me with whatever I need. My staff loves the access to the gym, spa, dental care, and hospitals. I will recommend Reliance HMO any day.
Visit reliancehmo.com/corporate or call 0700-7354-2623. Reliance HMO. You can rely on us.
Hey sis, remember you asked me to alert you when the good news is back?
That's true. I almost forgot. Hit me with the good news.
Well, the Zenith Bank Better Life promo is back for another season, and this time it's bigger and better.
Wow, that's awesome. How do I get to join the winners list this time?
Well, it's simple. All you need to do is open a Zenith Bank account, maintain a minimum balance of 5,000 naira, get a Zenith Bank card, sign up on Zenith Mobile Banking, and that's it. You're eligible to join the long list of winners. And guess what? This time, you can win as high as 150,000 naira worth of gifts bi-weekly or 500,000 naira every quarter.
It's a lie. You must be joking.
Absolutely not. There is more than 80 million naira to be won this season. This offer is open to new and existing customers and runs from the 1st of February 2022 to the 31st of January 2023. Terms and conditions apply. Zenith Bank, in your best interest.
It's a reflection of the world around you. The world on traffic issues, road infrastructures, everything traffic on your side mirror with Victor Oteri. Hi there. Join Victor Oteri Mondays through Fridays, 8:30 to 10 a.m. Let us resolve traffic issues, answers to questions bothering your mind on your side mirror, right here on Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM.
Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. All right, then. So it's just some 2 minutes before the 9 o'clock hour. All right. So let's see what's going on the road. Do not forget, if you are within the Agege corridor, precisely around Monguru Ashade, that's Capital Road in towards Monguru, fully loaded 40-feet truck is broken down there. Also, another one by its side, it appears they're having a handshake, a fully loaded tanker conveying PMS broken down beside each other. That's at Mongoro Ashadi Junction, inwards Akoni Doherty Road, and inwards Capitol Road, respectively. So both sides are seriously impeding the smooth flow of traffic from all directions right now. All right, so the traffic managers are advising that if you want to connect Capitol Road, by the time you get to Akoni Doherty, you turn to your left, drive straight down to link up with Sule. And from Sule, you can access Shebo Timo to bust out at Capitol Road, and then you can proceed on your journey. All right, that access is still very, very open as an alternative to link Capitol Road right now. And also, if you're coming from Capitol Road, you want to connect the Agege Motor Road, or perhaps you're heading towards Oshodi, you can also make use of Shebo Timo to bust out at Sule and then proceed on your journey towards Oshodi as well. All right, then I've got my friends in the building. We're going to be reflecting on what's happening, especially as it relates to our spiritual faith. It's the end of year Christmas outreach, and that is something that the Lagos State Public Service Christian Fellowship is organizing. Let me bring my friends to the microphone. Pastor Samson Kilanko is the president of the Lagos State Public Service Christian Fellowship. Dr. Kilanko, nice to have you in the building. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Lagosians.
And how are you doing, sir?
We are doing great.
Wonderful. Assistant Pastor Olufemi Ogun, Publicity Secretary for the Lagos State Public Service Christian Fellowship is also here. Femi Ogun, how are you doing?
I'm fine. Good morning, all.
Wonderful.
Greetings.
Great.
And good tidings at this season.
All right.
Everyone.
That tidings is what the listeners would love to really connect with. But let me start with Dr. Kilanko. The end of year Christmas outreach, what's it about really?
No, it's the season of gratitude. The theme of this, our celebration, usually at the end of the year like this, the Lagos State Public Service Christian Fellowship will do organize a program to appreciate our God. This year is a special year when we reflect on what happened during the year, and when we reflect on the goodness of the Lord, then we know it's the time to appreciate our God.
Right.
It's for everyone, not only for the public servant, it's for Lagosians. Because the psalmist said in Psalm 103, he said, "Bless the Lord, O my soul, and all that is within me, bless his holy name." We want to bless the name of the Lord for Lagos State, for the peace that we're enjoying, for the good governance that we're enjoying, for the tranquility that rule and reign in Lagos State.
That sounds pretty nice. And Femi Oguns, for those who are just connecting with us right now, and they're wondering, what is the idea behind the Lagos State Public Service Christian Fellowship? What do you guys do?
The idea behind the Lagos State Public Service Christian Fellowship is an interdenominational, fellowship set up by the Lagos State government, whereby the Christians and anyone who is led come to the Chapel of Christ the Light to fellowship with one another and lift up the name of the Lord Jesus Christ.
So it says interdenominational?
Yes.
So it doesn't matter the denomination you belong to?
Right. We don't discriminate there, whether you are from the Pentecostal ministry or from the Orthodox churches. You are welcome.
You're welcome. And Dr. Kilanko, so is it just for the ministries, departments, and agencies under the Lagos State government?
The program is for Lagosians. It's for everyone. Even those who have not known Christ, they are also welcome. All kind of denomination, like rightly mentioned, they are welcome to this program. Even the travelers, even our neighbors in Ogun State, they've been coming for a program because we do organize our service every Friday of the week. But this one that is coming is a special one.
It's a very special one indeed.
Because we want to show gratitude to our God, appreciation, season of gratitude. It's for everyone.
And let's connect with the theme again. You did mention the theme earlier. What is the theme once again?
The theme is season of gratitude. Season of appreciation. Season of giving thanks to God. And our theme is taken from the book of Luke, chapter 17, verses 12 to 19. There we saw the story of 10 lepers that had an encounter with Jesus Christ, and God healed them. But only one, a foreigner, as described by Jesus Christ, came back to appreciate God, and God made him whole. We want to come back like that leper to say thank you, Jesus, for what you have been doing in our fellowship, for what you have been doing in Lagos.
And Dr. Kilanko, I'm still wondering, why is it that the fellowship decided to pick that as a theme? Is there any particular reason?
Yes, there's a reason, because the Bible says that there's hope for a living dog. Once it's not dead, it can still perform. A lot of things have happened during the year, a lot of calamity here, a lot of accident here and there. But when we look at our fold, the Christian body in Lagos, more especially the civil servant, we have every cause to give glory. There are testimonies of people that are barren, for years, and God gave them twins, triplets. We had all those abandons that are even looking for a job. God gave them job, and even for the peace of this state, because God gave us good leaders who are doing very well, wonderfully well. Our governor is performing. Governor Babajide Olusola Sanwo-Olu and his deputy, Dr. Kadiri Obafemi Absad. They've been supportive of the civil servant, the public servant at large, of which we, the Christian Fellowship, over there are also part.
All right, then. So, Fabio Guns, assistant pastor. So, when is this holding, by the way? When is the date?
By the grace of God, it's a 2-day program. The first day is on Thursday, 1st December, and the time is 3 p.m. A man of God has been invited, highly anointed. His name is the Right Reverend Ologun Adebayo Thompson, from the Lord Bishop of Ekpe Mission of the African Church. And the second day the event is holding equally at the Chapel of Christ, the Light, Alausa Ikeja.
Okay.
And it's between the hours of 7 a.m. and 8:30 a.m.
Oh, in the morning?
In the morning,
okay.
2nd December. And equally a guest minister, highly anointed man, has been invited to come and bless us there. And his name is Pastor Adebayo Simon Olorun Toba. He's the regional overseer of Mountain of Fire and Miracles International Headquarters, Yaba, Lagos.
Right.
And I want to tell you, there have been testimonies even on our regular Fridays fellowship.
Okay.
And
people do testify of
the goodness of God in their lives. And this a season of gratitude is a program you cannot afford to miss. Right. I call on Lagosians and even our neighbors far and near to make it a day on that Thursday, 1st December 2002 by 3 p.m. It's at the end of the year Christmas outreach. Let's be there. Then on Friday in the morning, 7 a.m. to 8:30 a.m.
Right. Dr. Kilanko, so for those who are listening to us right now and they are feeling convinced that they would like to attend this end of year Christmas outreach, what are they going to be gaining?
In fact, there are a lot of deliverables that we're expecting from God. That day there will even be salvation, there will be healing, there will be deliverance, and there will be prayer, will be halter on the letters of prayer requests, even the medical reports. That's our usual tradition. And on that day as well, we have season to section to pray for Lagos State, because the state have been performing and doing well, and so that it will do well more and more.
Right.
I want to use this opportunity to appreciate the governor of Lagos State for giving us a platform, a forum whereby we can associate and meet together as Christians. And we reason for our appreciation. Let me tell you, we have been enjoying the peace of good governance in Lagos State, and prayers. The Bible says, "Pray without ceasing." We even want more. We want more. Okay. So that's why we are committing all that we are going to do to the hand of God. We are committing the state again to the hand of God. We thank Mr. Governor, Mr. Babajide Olusola Sanwo-Olu, for all that he has done for Lagos, and we equally pray that God will continue to use him and move him to the next level in the name of Jesus.
All right, that sounds pretty good. So Thursday and Friday, these are the 2 days.
Yes.
Any arrangement, Dr. Kilanko, for movement? I mean, if you're expecting people to come, do you have any transport arrangement?
Exactly, we have transport arrangement for more especially the public servant that will be attending. The staff bus will be on standby at the fellowship that will convey them to their different locations. Okay. And in addition to what we said, the deliverables, even there are still some things that we're still expecting from God. Because the Bible says, praise me, praise and praise me without ceasing. We want to use our praises to even draw the hands of God to give us all the hanging miracles that we have not received. We want to shake the hand of God with our praises, with our appreciation, even to receive more from our good God.
Wonderful. All right, then.
On that day, we are expecting the governor, the deputy governor, the wife of the governor, even the head of service promised to be there.
So it's going to be...
In addition, the cabinet members are coming.
The body of
permanent secretaries are coming. The judiciary are coming. And they've given us the assurance that they will attend this program.
Wonderful.
It's going to be great.
Wonderful.
We invite everyone to come around and share out of this blessing, end of the year blessings, or when we are showing gratitude to our God. Our God is good.
I can see it's going to be loaded with a package, lots of spiritual food to consume. But do we have entertainment for people as well?
Yes, as usual. We are making preparation for 2,000 people, and we have made provision for food, even bread, even other gifts that we're going to give to everyone that attend this program. They will be spiritually loaded, and then they will eat the physical food, and then they will eat the bread of life.
Wonderful. It appears you guys are well prepared for this one.
Yeah.
All right, then. So, Fabio Gomes, as we round off, really, What's the parting thought? What's the message?
The Bible says, come unto me, all you that labor, and I will lay them, and I will give you rest.
All right, then.
As we praise God, God is going to do more in our life, and in Lagos, God will take us to the rest.
Dr. Kilanko,
yes,
your parting thoughts.
So we are inviting everyone to please grace this occasion. If you have never attended any program of this nature, come and see. And you see that God is wonderful, and you shall never have plastic experience, and you shall share your testimonies.
I love that. No plastic experience we'll be having on that Thursday and Friday. Just turn out and be there, and then God will surprise you in miraculous ways. All right, He's spoken. Both of them, they've spoken. Spiritual food, you're going to be loaded, and of course, physically as well, they are well prepared for you. All right, so the venues, once again,
Chapel of Christ Delight, Alausa, Keja.
All right.
Thursday, December 1st, 2002. The time is 3 p.m. Then on Friday, December 2nd, 7 a.m. prompt. The men of God are coming. Ministers on the first day, the guest minister is the Right Reverend Olugun Adebayo Topsy, the Lord Bishop of the Mission of the African Church. And the second day, we have Pastor Adebayo Simon Olorun Toba, Regional Overseer of MFM, International Headquarters, Yaba, Lagos.
All right, we'll leave it at that for now. Nice having you in the building. Thank you so much for connecting with us this morning.
Thank you.
All right, a brief break. We'll be back to do our birthdays. Just keep it locked. Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. All right, then. So if you're heading to the island, we did tell you that the Third Milan Bridge is slow and steady from Iyanawuru, proceeding through Unilag Waterfront, heading to Adekunle and Adeniji. No major worries. Return journey on the bridge itself is still looking pretty good. Ikorodu Road, slow and steady from Mile 12, proceeding to Ojota, and of course Ojota down to Maryland, Fadaye, up to the Funshaw Williams corridor. But amidst it all, between Banikuru, Pangrove, you have it slow there, but no major worries. I do understand. Let's switch gears right now to do our birthdays. It's birthday profile time on Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. All right, then, so the very first name I have here is a great friend of the house and one who's always determined to move Lagos forward in his capacity as the chief helmsman of the Lagos State Traffic Management Authority. Bolaji Oreagba is general manager of LASMA, and today is his birthday. So it's very big shout out going out to you. Of course, the members of the Management Authority, the Ministry of Transport, and that includes us as well. All right, Lagos Traffic Radio, we wish you well on this great day. We say happy birthday to you, sir. Many more years. And we pray that God will continue to sustain you as you serve Lagos in this higher capacity. That's Bolaji Oreagba, General Manager LASMA. A big birthday shout out to you. Muiz Oladipupo Okunowo, a.k.a. Numero Uno. I understand you are son to the Director of Procurement Office, Director of Procurement Office of Sustainable Development Goals and Investment right here in Lagos State. They are called Lagos Global. All right, then big shout out to you as you turn a new age. Quadri Monsurat Bolanle is of the Civil Service Commission. We wish you well on this wonderful day. Seriki is also celebrating. That's Seriki Omoumi Catherine. You are Director of Public Affairs for the Ministry of Tourism. We wish you well on this day. Who else do you have celebrating? Okay, this is the same person, Seriki. We wish you well. And Also celebrating today. All right, then so the birthday shout out continues, and Abuse is, of course, of the Lagos Traffic Radio's Admin and Human Resource Department. And big shout out to you, Bisoye. By the way, we wish you well, many more years, and we pray that God will continue to sustain you. Sonayo Elijah Tonyo is also celebrating today as well, aka Adogo. All right, today is your day. Happy birthday to you. Otumba Razak Lasisi Adekunle is an ardent listener. Is that Otumba? Okay, yeah. All right, then Otumba, who is our roving reporter, by the way. Big birthday shout out to you, Otumba. We wish you well on this wonderful day. Ike Waboso, of course, is a high life artist. We wish you well. Sylvester Elliott. What's that one? Okay. Sylvester Eckert. Alibi. Okay. That's the musician Alibi. It's another music artist. Big shout out to you. Comedian MC Cabal is also celebrating as well. Big birthday shout out to you. Funke Adesomi resides in the United Kingdom. We wish you well on this day. Princess Shemilore Oludikpe is also celebrating as well. Basirat Eniola Adeoshun, today's your day. We wish you well. Emeka is equally celebrating today. That's Emeka Okparabi. Happy birthday to you. We wish you well. CSP Titilayo Uriyomi Oluwasomi. Of course, you know her so well. She's the Chief Motopole for Lagos State. Madam, we wish you well. Happy birthday to you. As we celebrate on this wonderful day, we pray that God will continue to celebrate you and take you to higher levels. Elder Taiwo Akinshola Omobaba Woli. Of course, you know, that's the popular Taiwo. You know him so well as well. Let's get on the dance floor right now to celebrate our November 29 bonds. We wish you well, and we pray that God will sustain you in all ways. All right, then at that, Oluwakemi is also celebrating. We wish you well on this great day, and we pray that God will continue to sustain you in all ways.
I just feel like praising him in my dialect. I say,
Do you know that the Lagos State government has over 100 parastatals providing essential services to the public? Yes, parastatals, agencies and government-owned companies play a vital role in the socio-economic development of the state. And that's why Parastatals Monitoring Office is opening the window of opportunities for you to get acquainted with various agencies through the program Know Your Agencies. Know Your Agencies is a 45-minute interactive program with CEOs of the various agencies designed designed to enlighten the public about their functions and activities. Tune in every Friday at 10:15 a.m. on Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. Know Your Agencies is brought to you by the Lagos State Parastatal's Monitoring Office on Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. This administration cares about the citizenry. Fridays at 10:15 a.m. Don't miss it. Ìgbéga ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó ti di àjùmọ̀ṣe.
Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. It's nice to have you join us on Build Right this beautiful Tuesday morning as we take physical planning and the built environment from its physical locations and we put it straight into your ears. Our aim is to have a well-planned, well-built Lagos so that it can be the smart city of choice and we can take its endowments to the next level. Build Right, every Tuesdays at this time, we bring resource persons, regulators, and those who are professionals in the built environment so that we can be able to inculcate the culture of a well-built environment right here in Lagos. It's nice to have you join us. My name is Victor Oteri. All right, then in time past, we've reflected on some of the things that you need to know, especially as it relates to you building right in the state. Now, the Lagos State government is really on the top of issues that relates to building, and that's why you have all the agencies under the Ministry of Physical Planning and Urban Development doing their own bit to do higher levels of advocacy from time to time so that we can get it right. Now, it's not all about wielding the big stick, and so quite often the ministry is very keen at ensuring that you have an interface with them so that you can get it right. And that is why on some of the segments, some of the episodes of this particular program, we've had to look through the steps that are involved in building so that you can get it right. Now, for you to get more information about the ministry and some of these agencies, you please go to your Play Store, that's the Google Play Store, and the App Store to download the app of the ministry. All right, it's called the MPPUD app. Okay, with that, you'll be able to get a whole lot of information, and then you can take that to the next level. Now, last week we reflected a whole lot about some of the things that you need to know, especially those ones that relate to infractions within the built environment. I can see most of you did sending your calls, areas you noticed some defects, areas you thought things were not appropriately done, or perhaps some buildings that were standing and then those buildings had some questionable outcomes. You brought it to the program, and of course the ministry is taking that on a very serious level. All right, then, so today we're going to be reflecting on regulatory framework for the built environment, and my guest, he's been around for quite a while. We'll be connecting with the General Manager of the Lagos State, that's the Lagos State Physical Planning Permit Authority. So what do they do? What is their mandate, and how have they been trying to get in sync with the public so that the public will have a better grasp of their mandate? All that and much more will be part of the program. But first, let's have a word from the ministry, and when we return, the conversation kicks off.
Dear Lagosians, the vision of making Lagos a sustainable and resilient state through community regeneration and inclusive physical planning begins with building right. We all have a role to play in achieving this vision in line with the Lagos State Urban and Regional Planning and Development Law of 2019 as amended. Do you know that before buying a land or building on it, you must check for the permissible use from the Ministry of Physical Planning and Urban Development? Do you know that you must obtain a planning permit and authorization to commence the construction of your building? Do you also know that you require state certification and certificate of completion for building construction in Lagos State? Estate developers must obtain layout approval before developing their estate and obtain full planning permit after the expiration of a provisional planning permit. Their Lagosians, do not carry out unapproved renovation, remodeling, or demolition. Do not break the seal on an enforced property. Do not obtain fake planning permits and do not abandon uncompleted buildings. Do not break the law. Build right in accordance with the State Operative Development Plans. Let's work together to make Lagos a sustainable smart city of choice. For more information, download the Lagos State MPP UD app on Google Play Store and Apple Store. Igbega Ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó, Ajumosheni, announcer, Lagos State Government.
Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. All right, then. So before we sink our teeth into the conversation, let's take you through the Igbogbo, Ikorodu, and this beautiful morning. Traffic is pretty good to go for now. If you take it from Aruna inwards, Agric looking good. Movement towards Antikeni en route Obolonto, Majidun down to Itowolo, still very, very calm. Likewise, for the return journey, we're talking about the return trip from Itowolo inwards of Basekumadi axis, still looking pretty good. And then we can tell you no few queues for now. That sounds pretty good. Ebute is busy because of construction work ongoing. And then we have movement inwards Ojogbe en route Itailewa and Igbogbo. All those areas still very encouraging inwards of Basekumadi axis. That sounds pretty good. Maximum thanks to Omabude for sending that in as well. And then the Jushaga end, we can tell you, movement from Elliot area connecting the Shaga roundabout, looking pretty good to go. Tony Agbado crossing is also moving steadily. And then the Shaga roundabout connecting Lonlo is free. Lonlo to Fagba intersection. Busy moving traffic being experienced. And of course, we can tell you Olaiwola connecting Ayodele Medical Center, moving very well. And of course, from there to the railway level crossing, it's busy. Agric Road to the railway level crossing, it's moving steadily. And then from the railway level crossing to Fagba intersection, it's moving but slowly as well. Now, do not forget, if you are within the Agege corridor, we told you Mongoro Ashade N, precisely coming in from Capitol, linking up with Mongoro Ashade. You have two articulated vehicles broken down side by side. It's really affecting your movement within that end. And so we're advising, if you want to connect Capitol Road, those of you coming from the Oshodi end, you can make use of Sule. And from Sule, you link up with Shebo Timor to burst out at Capitol Road. And if you're coming from Capitol Road as well, you want to make use of our Konidoeti, please connect via Shebo Timor, drive straight down to the end of Shebo Timor, connect Sule, and from Sule, you can connect back to Agege Motor Road. You can see have a little corridor that is available for you to link Akoni Doeti, or perhaps if you are heading down to Oshodi, you can proceed as well. Okay then, so having done some house cleaning, let's get to the focus of the program this morning. And that's because we are trying to scrutinize the regulatory framework for the built environment in Lagos State. And joining me right now, Town Planner Kehinde Oshinaike. Of course, he's the General Manager for the Lagos State Physical Planning Permit Authority, LASPA. All right, Town Planner Oshinaike, nice to have you in the building. Good morning.
It's my pleasure. Good morning, Victor.
All right, then. So the last time you were here, that was a little over 3 months now. Precisely, that was on the 26th of July. So how are things faring with LASPA ever since then?
Thank God, we've been trying our best to ensure that, we achieve a sustainable environment that we all crave for. That's what we do. That's what we know how to do best. And that's what we continue to do to ensure that the environment is safe, not only for the living, even for the dead.
Right. And you've been engaging with the public. That's what it means within these 3 months.
Yes, of course. Just on Sunday, I was with City People magazine, where they gave award to some practitioners in the built environment. We share ideas, and at the end of the day, they understood what we meant and what we asking them to do when it comes to building.
Wow. And I think I love that kind of interface. So are you saying from time to time you have corporate outfits that call you to say, okay, come and give our people some enlightenment talk. Let's see how we can improve the built environment?
Yes, of course. I do get these invites on a regular basis. All these corporate organizations, inviting us to come and share ideas, to come and rub minds and interface with them. But the main purpose is just for us to be on the same page and ensure that the environment is safe for everybody.
All right. So apart from sharing this kind of information and enlightenment, from your assessment, do the corporate outfit, are they keying into the vision of a well-planned and well-built environment? Do you see some of them upholding that, or is just lip service?
No, some of them are actually upholding that, in the sense that, I mean, they come to us when they have any proposal in terms of, I mean, construction or building an estate. They come to us, they go to the ministry, and to a very large extent, I can say confidently that they're keen to, I mean, our program when it comes to ensuring that, I mean, the built environment is safe.
All right. So for the purpose of clear understanding, Town Planner Oshinaki, what is the mandate given to LASPA?
Well, LASPA, that is Lagos State Fiscal Planning Permit Authority, is one of the executors of the various master plan and policies of government as relate to fiscal planning. But basically what we do is just to ensure that the environment is safe for everybody, is safe for even for our properties and all of this. We ensure that, I mean, the built environment is well, is enticing for investment and all of it. But we can't achieve a sustainable environment where people are not building according to laid down regulations and standards. And that is the message. Meaning that before you build any form of, I mean, buildings in the state, it is mandatory that you have your planning permits, which is the statutory document empowering to commence that construction work.
Right. So is your agency the first point of call? If I want to build, for instance, is it LASPA I come to first?
Yes, LASPA is the first thing. And even before you build, let me also say this, Victor, that it's important that you inquire from us what is permissible, what is buildable in any locality before you set out, I mean, that construction.
Right.
Because after coming to us and getting the statutory permits, then it is also mandatory for you to proceed to our sister agency called Lagos State Building Control Agency for them to grant authorization to commence that construction.
Why do I need that? I mean, it's my building, it's my land, I bought it, so why do I need to still get somebody to give me a go-ahead before I can start building?
Yes, it's also important. Not only is it statutory, that is law of Lagos State that you must get this document from Lagos State Building Control Agency before you start. But you see, more importantly, it's just about safety. It's about ensuring standard. It's about ensuring quality assurance in the built environment, meaning that we don't want any unauthorized, unprofessional people to be engaged in the built environment.
So if that's the case, why is the Lagos State government not taking it up to say, well, you have an intention to build, if you can provide the finances, we have the professionals, the technical know-how, we will build the kind of house that we know can sustain the state, can meet up with our plans, and then you just come in and occupy. Can't we do that?
Yes, you can't do that according to the law. You can't do that. That is not permissible. What is permissible? You see, we are more or less, as government agency, we are like checkers. We check what your people are doing on your behalf. So it's a win-win thing. We are not there to frustrate or to prevent you from constructing. What we are interested is to ensure that what LASPA has granted to you is exactly what you are building on ground. And to do that, another government agency with statutory empowered to do that has to also be on ground to ensure that this building is in accordance with what you have been granted and the building codes.
All right. All right. So at the point that I come to LASPA to get a planning permit, right? What does it entail, and how long does it take for me to get one?
Yes, like I said before, it doesn't take long period for you to get your planning permit, in as much as you have been able to, you are able to provide us with the necessary requirements. That's in terms of documentations. For instance, your survey plan, your architectural drawing, your technical drawings, which include structural drawing, mechanical drawing, electrical drawing, as may be applicable. So once all these are put in place, and also you are discharging your civic responsibility accordingly, within 10 working days, I can assure you that you are going to get your permit.
10 working days?
Yes, sir.
Is it as fast as that?
Yes.
Ah, okay. I'm sure some people would testify for us this morning if it's as seamless as what you have said. But taking that to another level and reflecting on what I need to get, some of this information that you just said right now, is it to say that your men are going to come on ground to examine the land, or is it something that I just bring for you and then you just gloss over and you say you're giving me a physical plan?
No, not at all. As we are approaching one of our officers, we have to follow you to that site to ensure that there's no any form of encumbrances on that land. For instance, it's not encroaching on the road, it's not within an acquired area by government, it's not within high tension area and some other public utilities. So once that has been established, they now go back to site and they are satisfied. They go back to the office to register your application and commence the processing as quickly as possible.
Right. Now you've given me physical planning. You said the next bit is for me to connect with the Lagos State Building Control Agency. Is that correct?
Sure.
Right. And all of this, how seamless is the process? I mean, how fast does it take?
Yes, like I said, we are mindful of the fact that in the construction sector, time is of essence. So for that, we don't necessarily delay any form of application that is brought to us. But so some of the things that causes the delay is because of the fact that some of the applicants, they are not discharging their civic responsibility, that is in form of tax. Because if at the end of the day, your application, we forward your application to the LRS, that's Lagos State Internal Revenue Services, and they are not satisfied with the amount that you have paid as tax, then in that case, we are not going to release that permit to you. Even though before then...
So there are some other issues that are allied to me getting the permit that you have to look through.
Yes, of course, because that is the law. I mean, you paying tax is the law. And it's expected that every adult who is living in Lagos has to be tax compliance. Otherwise, we will just conclude our process and inform you that, look, your application is ready for collection. However, we are not going to release that permit until the LRS has more or less signed off on your application in terms of your tax status.
All right. So from what you see, I mean, some of the applications you've seen recently, are people complying? Or how has it been? Or what are the things that you've noticed that are really of concern to the listening public this morning?
Yes, I don't want to talk too much about the issue of tax because, one, I'm not in LRS. I just know what I know is there's a civic responsibility that must be discharged by everybody, by every adult living in Lagos State. But, however, what we have discovered that, yes, some, with due respect to them, I mean, they are complying when it comes to tax, payment of tax. But we still have some people who think that, I mean, they have to more or less underpay or not even paying at all or just paying, I mean, a little. But, I mean, once the LRS is not satisfied with your payment in terms of tax, then we are not going to, whatever be the case, we are not going to release that permit to you. And again, where we think that, I mean, we need a sign-off from other relevant government agencies and parastatals, I mean, we just have to get the sign-off because we don't want to grant you a permit that another government agency will now come and start investigating or more or less trying to revoke or causing other problems for you. So meaning that we all have to be on the same page. Government has plans and programs for every part of the state. But while we are granting that permit, we have to ensure that this permit that we are granting is not going to infringe on other government agencies regarding their programs and policies.
Right. Now, today, we talk about the use of technology in doing a whole lot of businesses across different spheres of the economy. So, for the physical planning permit, is that part of the process we are integrating as well?
Yes, of course. We are in that process. Mr. Governor has granted us the approval. And you know, technology, for us to adopt or deploy technology, takes time and is capital intensive. But thank God, Mr. Governor has given us the approval, and the appropriate professionals, they are working day and night to ensure that, I mean, we go full on automation.
So, if I to have a sneak preview of this, how is it going to work? Is it that from the for my fingertips, I can tap a button and I get some of the details I need, or how is it going to be working out?
Yes, that is in the comfort of your home offices or anywhere in any part of the world. It is possible just to log in with your applications, and it's going to be as simple as that, from what you have been told by the professionals. So once any part of the world, just log in your application, then we'll start the process.
All right. Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. Build Right is the program, and I've got Town Planner Kende Oshinaike. He's the General Manager of the Lagos State Physical Planning Permit Authority, LASPA, and we are looking at the regulatory framework for the built environment in Lagos. All right, then very, very shortly, we'll still find out from him, really, is it every construction, or what are the kind of constructions that I need to obtain a plumbing permit for? What are the documents that I need to process and present in applying for a planning permit? And of course, a lot of times when we talk about building, developers are always on stream. So what is your relationship with them? All that and much more we'll be reflecting on. But let's get back to the updates right now. We can tell you, those of you within the Agege end will be reflecting on those impediments, all right? It's a double dose kind of broken down tankers. That's a tanker and a 40-foot container. That's within the Mongoro Ashade end. It really adding to your mix in terms of your movement within that location. So it's pretty slow. You need to watch out for that as you drive through that corridor. We're giving you the update from the Jushaga end. Some areas still looking very, very friendly. Some others slow and steady. Ijora Relay end, we can tell you, Gomo Bridge, Breweries, by the service lane, and Alaka inwards Ijora Safax. It's a moving traffic being experienced there. Ijora Safax inwards Ijora Bridge, having one lane occupied by tankers, while one lane is open to other road users. And then we can tell you movement inwards Ijora 7 Up roundabout. It's moving traffic being experienced there. Ijora 7 Up inwards Ijora Oloye, and then the Water Corporation. It's a moving traffic as well. Total Bridge inwards Ijora Olokpa is also a moving traffic. And then Eco Bridge inwards Ijora Olokpa, slow moving traffic as well. And then we can tell you traffic managers are firmly on ground trying to ensure that you have it pretty good as you navigate through that corridor. The inner part of the corridor is still looking good. If you're coming in from the corridor roundabout, linking up with Ogolonto, Itawulu, Majidun, all that end, still looking fairly good at the moment. No major worries as you drive through that end. And then on the CBD Marina end, movement on the Core Bridge to Ijora intersection. Traffic is being diverted to Ijora proper, inwards Ijora Lokpa. And then we can tell you from there, linking up with Ido intersection, still looking pretty good. Smooth flow continues to Kata Bridge, inwards Ebuteru. And then Ebuteru linking up with Elegbata is moving as expected. Elegbata connecting Akpongbo Bridge, inwards outer Marina. It's still looking pretty good as well. All right, then, so let's get back to this. So, Tampana Kende Oshinaike, is it every construction that I require a building planning permit?
Yes, of course. Apart from road construction that we don't grant permits. But however, it has to be in consonant with our master plan. So, but for instance, if you want to build a house, it is compulsory you have to get the planning permit. You want to carry out any form of renovation on an existing building, it's also compulsory to have a renovation permit.
You mean it?
Yes, or you want to remodel an existing building, you also have to get a planning permit.
So people who just carry out renovations in their compounds without getting it to you, they are infringing on the law. Is that what it means?
Yes, except according to the law, you want to change your windows, your doors, your roof, and you want to carry out some mechanical or electrical appliances in form of repair. It is compulsory that you have to get a renovation permit. The only thing that is exempted is when you want to paint or you want to landscape your. So
if I want to paint now, I don't need a permit.
You don't need a permit. Yes.
All right. But if I want to remodel the house or do something to my windows,
it is compulsory. You have to get your planning permit.
Ah. All right. So for the renovation permit as well, does it take the same 10 working days?
Yes, of course. It's even come less because in that case, I mean, it's of less requirement when it comes to renovation. So, I mean, within less or less, it's possible for you to get your planning permit.
And all these applications, some will be saying, well, the reason why they might be running away is that they're suspecting that it might cost an arm and a leg. So it might be so expensive to get. Is that the case?
Not at all. The amount you're going to pay is a subject of the volume of your building, and it is very transparent. I mean, it's outside in the public. It's just your length times the breadth, then the height, and the reach. So the bigger your building, the more you pay. But however, this is very, very, I mean, it's still very, very moderate and affordable.
All right, so it's like you say, the bigger the head, the more the trouble, so to say. All right, so what are the documents that I need to process and present?
Okay, one of
applying for a planning permit.
Okay, thank you, Victor. One of the documents required is the survey plan showing the description of the land. Then the architectural drawing prepared by your architect, so that has to be screened by government architect. Then the structural drawing prepared by a structural engineer. Then mechanical drawing, electrical drawing. These are the major things. Then you have to also include, for instance, if it's government land, we need clearance letter from Lagos State Lands Bureau. If it's a allocation by Newtown Development Authority, that's NTDA, you also need clearance from them. And in some cases, if we discover that that proposal is going to have more of traffic implication, then we have to go and collect, clearance from Ministry of Transportation.
All right.
So these are some of the major documents that are required for you to process your planning permits.
All right. So before we expand the discourse beyond the studios to also have input from the listening public this morning, Town Planner Kende Oshinaki quickly, and this is very, very critical because usually developers, they do believe that the process of even obtaining a permit is time wasting, and then they will usually prefer to commence construction even before applying for that planning permit. So what are the disadvantages of this? And then what is the authority doing to really curtail such norm? I mean, we have people who will come to you, they say, we are professionals, we are developers, so nobody can teach us our job, that kind of thing. And then they want to start the job. Even when you're telling them, please, have you done the necessary thing? Have you gone to LASPA? Have you gone to... They say, don't worry, we are in charge. So what are the disadvantages of that, and what are you doing to curtail those kind of excesses?
Once again, thank you, Victor. Before I go into that very important question, let me emphasize that I want to enjoin the general public not to patronize touts and to be very wary of, third party that's in form of agents.
Right.
Because we have discovered over time that some people that patronize touts or third party, they end up spending longer time processing the application. Because we also discovered that these agents, in order to continue to get or extort their clients, they continue to fabricate a lot of stories just to get more money from that client. So please, our offices are available all over the state. We have 42 of them, so which is very, very large enough for you to, they are very accessible. You just walk into any of them and submit your application. If you have to engage a third party, just be very careful.
Okay.
But please don't patronize any of government agency, government officer to process your application. Government officers don't process application on behalf of applicants. It is against the civil service rules. So please, I'm using this opportunity to inform the general public not to patronize any government officer to process application on their behalf.
All right.
So having said that, let me go to your question. You see, there are many dangers when you don't get the planning permits.
Okay.
For one of it is that, look, with the safety of that structure, nobody can guarantee that.
All right. I know that you have a lot to say on that, but quickly, let's see if we can expand the discourse beyond the studios, because there are lots and lots that you can say that relates to that. We have some limited time left of the program, really, so let's have your input. We are looking at LASPA. The general manager of LASPA is here. It's all about the regulatory framework for the built environment. And if you want to have your say, you can do that right now on 08099-120-777. That's 08099-120-777 and 091-5387-7127. Okay, those are the numbers that you can call. Some questions coming in already. This one says, good morning, Victor and your guest. Please, I would like to know if it is possible to erect a church and a house together on the same land. This is Tola from Ikwaja. So, does physical planning permit give that kind of...
Tola, yes, that is possible because they are complementary. It's a church. Maybe the church might want to make provision for their for their people or for their pastor to live in. So that's complimentary. We don't frown as such. Okay. The only thing we frown is when the church is being located within, a residential area. So, we frown at that. We don't encourage people to build churches or places of worship within a predominantly residential area.
Let's take this call. Hello there, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Mr. Terry. My name is Mr. James.
James, how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm on phone language now.
Okay.
I also greet your guest. I just want to ask him, there's a situation whereby you already got in your panel. Along the way when you are building the building collapse, what will be responsible for that? You get my question?
Yes. If you are building and along the line, it collapses.
Yes, the building collapse, and they got their own, they got the permit. So what will be responsible for that? Could it mean they got it from not the main? I don't know if you get what I'm trying to say.
Okay. All right. Yes. So,
yes.
Quickly, 30 seconds. Can you respond?
Okay, there are many factors that could be responsible for the house coming down. One of it could be non-engagement of professionals. When you bring in people who are not professionals in the built environment to come and do that construction for you. Two, it's just, again, maybe because you want to cut corners using, inferior construction materials. That could also be one of the factors, responsible for this. These are some two.
So in that kind of a case, is the person going to lose the land, or you still allow him to start all over?
No, not at all. After investigation, we discovered that this was caused as a result of negligence on behalf of the owner. Then the law says that land has to be forfeited to the state government.
If we can take more calls.
And we also prosecute the developer.
Right. Hello there, good morning. All right, then we lost that. 08099120777. This message says, please release numbers. We find it very difficult to get the documents. Unfortunately, you didn't put your name. All right, but he wanted to drop numbers. I'm sure you will do that before the end of the program as well. This one says, good morning, sir. Mr. Victor, compliments to you, sir, and our guest. Warm greetings. He says, all the places he called for me to get a permit just to renovate, I would have been so stressed up that the renovation won't even be worth it. He says the extortions alone you pay will be more than your renovation. It will be more than the renovation you want to do. All right? You didn't also put your name. So, is that true? What are you saying here?
Okay, thank you, Victor. You say, it's always good to do things by the law. Like the popular saying, build right.
Let me see just if I can take this call and add to it as well. Hello there, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Victor. I'm Femi calling from Egbeda.
All right.
It's quite true. We have more than enough laws as stipulated by the gentleman in your office and by the state government. Unfortunately, it's the officials that do compound most of this problem for us. The last time somebody came on Build Right, I made a complaint concerning a new shopping complex being built on Akowojo Road.
That's right.
Today he mentioned about taking permission if it's going to cause traffic. We have clubs on that road that were built, not one story, not two stories, and they said they got permit. Every time they are operating, the old people park on the main road. This Just Right too is just going to start operation. And the parking space they have within the complex which they built, I don't think can take 10 vehicles. And you know what happens when it concerns this big supermarket. It's a minimum of 3-story building.
All right.
And the thing, they just put a signboard there, will be opening soon. And that's how they'll complicate the problem on Akowojo Road.
Right. So, Sunday, what I can tell you quickly, my guest is sent people there. He's still going to bring a report back to you because we are on top of that issue as well. The moment he left the studio that day, he did dispatch people to go and find out. So, just keep your fingers crossed. We'll definitely get feedback from that end. All right. So, thank you so much, Sunday, for your contribution. Stampana Kende Oshunaiki, you were just trying to respond to the issue of renovation. Right.
Yes, like I said, you see the essence of some of all these permits that are required in accordance is just for safety of lives and property. When you want to remove your window, it is possible that you touch one structural element of that building and there will be a disaster. So what is important is, you see, the law is not to discourage or prevent anybody from actualizing their dream, but however to guide, so that at the end of the day we have a very safe environment. So we want you to do things. Then you patronizing our officers coming to you, please, please, and please. My number, I will still roll up my numbers.
Yeah, we do
but
that.
please,
Right.
don't patronize any government. If anybody is asking you for money, please, my office is open. Please come and report such an officer.
All right.
Give us the name. I will take the appropriate sanction against such officer after investigation.
All right, there's a message here, and that will be the last we will take it. This one says, planning has been put in the hands of multiple agencies. Example, Las Buka. It says Lagos State Planning Permit Authority, Lagos State Urban and Regional Planning Board, etc. He says, will this not confuse the public? Let me see if put his name. So physical planning seems to be interested in generating revenues, but not the welfare of the people. He should comment on this. And you didn't put your name as well. Why now? Please always put your name. All right. So, but, and I think you were trying to address that earlier.
Yes.
But because of time constraints, really, people would like to connect with your agency. How can they reach you? Let's get the numbers right now.
Okay, Victor, I will give you my number, but please just permit me. Let me quickly respond to that.
Okay.
That planning permits is not about revenue generation, not at all. Planning permits are about achieving and creating a very decent environment for living, recreating, and for working. That's the only way you can have a very serene environment. It's not by, you see, if you have to allow everybody to build according to what they want, then we are going to have a chaos. So, but revenue is not, of course, you are going to pay for that service. Like I said, the amount you are paying is equivalent to the volume of what you want to build.
Right.
It's just as simple as that.
Okay. So it's not a case about generating revenues.
It's like case, exactly.
All right.
Then on multiplicity of agencies, no, the only agency statutory and power to grant permits is Lagos State Physical Planning Permit Authority.
All right. Quickly, let's take it home now. Where's your office located for those who want to connect with you?
My office is located along PWD Road, Old Secretariat, GRA Ikeja.
Okay, so they can get there and they can be getting in touch with LASPA. Yes. And for the contacts, how can they contact you?
Yes, once again, my number is 080-231-46227. 080-231-46227.
It's always a delight to have you in the building, Tamplana Kende.
My pleasure.
I know that we will have this once again, but thank you so much for being here. Quickly, in 30 seconds, what's your parting thoughts?
I want to enjoy the good people of Lagos State to please embrace voluntary compliance. It pays for you to do things according to law. It saves lives and property. It also reduces the cost of your construction. Because if you discover that you are building illegally, we are not only probably going to push such building down, in some cases we are going to impose heavy fine on you.
Right.
And we are going to delay the period of completion of that project.
Right.
So please, embrace voluntary compliance.
All right, then.
We are there for you and we'll always be there for you every time.
We'll leave it at that for now. Tamplana Kende Oshinaiki, nice having you in the building. Thank you so much for being here.
My pleasure, Victor.
All right, then we have to go. Maximum thanks to Folashade Adirimu, who has produced the program. The technical production and logistic expertise of Abimbola Ume, Director of Public Affairs for LASPA, and Akintola, Adetola Akinsoya, who is the Chief Public Affairs Officer for the MPPUD, Ministry of Physical Planning and Urban Development. Not forgetting Mukaila Sanusi, Director of Public Affairs.